Hey everybody, we're getting set up over here, getting prepped for tonight's game of trivia. If you're team lead, go ahead and send your thumbs up to Maria Lagrasso Gatens. This is a final check-in. We're going to get rolling at around 7 o'clock. Bear with me as we're grilling up some dinner for ourselves and getting prepped on a few things. You know, getting our waters, finishing touches. I'll show my face a little bit later when I have time to prepare.
Can you can you text whatever Facebook message me the link to the, or did you post it?
I posted it, but I'm happy to send it to you.
Yeah, why don't you just Facebook message it to me really quick? It would help me out a little bit.
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, and you saw what I posted to the Umbergers about the cow.
Yeah,
Are you good with that?
I am fine with
Next
that.
Friday.
Yeah, sounds great.
Right now, if it's only split 3 ways, it's about $66
Cool.
for the
Deposit?
deposit.
That's
So
not bad at
it is
all.
doable.
Ooh, whoopsie daisy.
Can you announce the thumbs up again?
Sure. We only have 8 people watching, so
Okay.
slow to get in today. It's okay.
All right, then I'll
Still got
start
time.
messaging it to our people.
If you're a team lead, go ahead and send your links a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Again, if you're a team lead, go ahead and send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger just as a final check-in. Make sure that everybody is good to go. If you're one of our early joiners, here's a quick sneak peek. Look at this precious baby Zito. He'll probably be going away in a little bit, but like I said, little sneak peek, little reward, not reward, incentive to join early. Reward. It is a reward. Look at him. He's out cold. Out cold, precious baby.
turn that burner down to low?
Excuse me?
Can you turn the burner down to low?
Sure. I'm going to give it a stir while I'm at it. What do you think of that? Ambivalent. I understand. Hello, everybody. We're still getting prepped up, so sit tight. If you please have your. Oops. Oh, we can now. Please have your team lead. Send a thumbs up to Maria. Just have your team lead. Not everybody on the team needs to send Maria a message. Just your team lead. In fact, in general, we'll talk about this a little later. In general, just have your team lead only message Maria. We don't need any peanut galleries joining in on the fun. She's working real hard to get this up and running. Stinker Bunnies noted.
Stinker Bunnies?
Stinker Bunnies. Now that's a YouTube channel I want to follow.
Who's that?
That's Stinker Bunnies is the powers that be is their team name. I don't know who Stinker Bunnies is.
Oh.
But they have two bunnies that have their own YouTube channel, and I can't figure out how to not have that be my Google handle.
Wow.
It's a good Google handle. Pat Luce giving a shout out to everybody. Oh, wait, no, that's Hello Al. I don't know who Al is. Oh, no, that isn't All. That's a Hello All. The extra L got lost in the exclamation points that followed it. No, it all. Zito is going to be helping me host trivia tonight. He'll be the co-host. Maria is our producer just to the left. I'm sure she's fine with that random title that I just threw at her.
I like it.
Great. Producer Maria is slightly to my left. Baby Zito strapped directly to my chest. And all of you getting excited.
I'm going to name some teams that we need.
We got a few teams that we need. You're probably going to hear Maria, but I'm going to repeat them anyways.
Quarantine Triple Date.
Quarantine Triple Date. Have your team leader assign a thumbs up to Maria.
Team of Twos.
Team of Twos. Send a thumbs up message to Maria.
Team of Twos, check your inbox because they haven't even seen there.
Oh no. Team of Twos
Yeah.
hasn't even given an acknowledgement of anything at all.
Yeah,
Very sad. I don't
missed them.
want them to miss the game.
Polana.
Polana, send a message to Maria to let you know that you're all here and checked in.
Zevin and the Kits.
Zevin and the Kits. Wow, now that's funny, but it's
That's
also
out for
rude.
blood. It's out for
It's rude, but it's fun. Kevin and the Zits have won several times. Now we have a competing team, Zevin and the Kits. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Open Book Starcat. I'm sorry, no. Waiting for Fauci.
Waiting for Fauci. Waiting for Fauci. Check in with Maria. All right, those are the teams we're waiting on. Not too many. We'll give them a few extra minutes. Hope everybody's day is going great. I have returned to work this week after 10 weeks of paternity leave, and it's difficult. I forgot what it was like to work. I had a vacation for 10 weeks, and now I'm back. And it's very, very sad. Boo. Well, some jobs are great. My job is 50% good.
No, your job is nice.
The corporation I work for is very nice. It's a very nice corporation. My job itself is good half of the time. Half of the time I'm A-okay doing it. But anywho, this is all just pregame and ramble because we're still waiting on a couple teams. If I said your team a few moments ago, please go ahead and send it in. Or if you know you didn't check in, send a thumbs up to Maria. Again, just your team lead needs to send that thumbs up. Not everybody needs to send it. If you just don't know how to get a hold of Maria, there, I just put in the chat her contact info on Facebook. Use that link to find Maria on Facebook quickly and send her a message if you're the team lead and you didn't check in. Pink's killing Maria. She's constantly in the way. Pink's defense, Pink is blind. You can smack talk as much as you want in the chat and amongst each other. The only rule I have about the chat is please do not post an answer or a joke answer. If you post a joke answer, it may cloud people's judgment. You're welcome to post a joke answer after the real answer is given. Again, after the real answer is given. Please feel free to put a joke answer or, smack talk or make jokes in the chat.
We're looking for Polana.
Polana, check in with Maria.
Waiting for Fauci.
Waiting for Fauci, check in with Maria.
Team of twos.
Team of twos, check in with Maria.
Yes, please.
Team of twos. I'm probably drinking too close to the mic. Some may call that growth. I call it ASMR.
Wow.
Heyo.
Timely. Actually, it's like a little old.
Eh,
It's a 2019 joke.
it is a 2019 joke, but I'm a 2019 guy.
Yeah.
All right, we got people going for blood.
Wow, really?
Yeah, people are actively attempting to take down just like one particular team.
Oh my gosh, which team?
Oh, just different people. Pat Lou's team wants to destroy TPT.
What?
Um,
Oh.
I
Pat Luce's team. They're the Are they?
that's a triple date.
Oh, quarantine triple date.
Quarantine triple date, I think is the full name.
Yes. After dinner.
Oh, because they're all dating and there's 3 couples. Now I understand. Now I understand it.
Full team is 6. That's nice.
Yeah, full team 6. It maximizes your possibilities. I'm sure, it's well rounded.
Maximizes the intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Probably. All right, we're still waiting on a couple teams. We're just going to give them a few more minutes.
Like 2 minutes.
Like 2 minutes. Yeah, a few. I'm going to, I'm going to nix that. We're not going to give them a few minutes. We're going to give them a couple minutes. We're just going to give them a couple minutes, a literal couple minutes. At 7:07, 7:08, because it's 7:08. I'm going to start the trivia, rain or shine. Thank you all for your patience.
Thank you.
If this were free, I would just jump into it and say, pass them. But, there's a little bit of a buy-in. Is it their fault they're late? Probably, not necessarily.
Is it
I'm
their
not-
fault if they're late?
I'm not saying it's their fault that they're late because there could be some circumstances beyond their control. So
Certainly not our fault.
it's not our fault. That's what I was ramping to. It's not our fault they're late, and it's possible it's not their fault. That's why we're giving them the benefit of the doubt, giving them a few extra cushion minutes because it is a buy-in event. I hope you all feel like that's okay. If you disagree with me, put it in the comments. I'm not going to do anything about it. But get that comment section active. It's fun. It's fun for me because otherwise I'm just looking at questions all day because I can't hear you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get my iPad so I can see comments. I want to get in on the fun.
Maria's getting her device. Our postman is coming up. 7:07. Our postman's coming up. He is fully decked out. He's got gloves. He's got a mask.
A what?
Q barking from Pink
Mailman?
in just a moment. Yeah, you bet. Oh, Pink didn't hear it. Pink didn't hear it. Very, very surprising. Never mind. There it is. It was delayed. Pink is not. Pink, it's fine.
Oh, it's a different mailman today.
Pink, it's okay.
Sub?
It's just the mail.
I hope our mail lady isn't sick.
Oh, good point. If your team hasn't checked in, you got one more minute. You got under a minute to get checked in. Again, just your team lead needs to send that out. If you're having a drink tonight, put it in the chats. Everybody share what you're having to drink in their chat. Nick Yoke, I'm drinking straight vodka. Krista going San Pellegrino, very classy. I am going with a little thing called Ferndale brand tap water. Yeah, we probably do get Detroit water. I should read the water report that they send us every year.
We do. We get Detroit water.
Great, we get Detroit
I
water.
read it.
Detroit brand
Sure that-
tap water for me.
I was worried about hexavalent chromium.
Oh, that's right, the ooze.
How can you forget?
You know what? I forgot the ooze was getting to our water supplies. Well, you know what? It's 7:08.
No, it's supposedly.
It may have gotten to the water supply. Let's talk about the ooze later.
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's get rolling. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have another round of virtual trivia. This week, we are raising money for Theater Nova. Give it up for Theater Nova. Woo-hoo. That's my other favorite song. I didn't know you were a Blur fan. All right, so today we're raising money for Theater Nova. We got a good chunk of teams coming in today. Very exciting. We got some new faces, got some old faces. But let's get rolling. Hunker in your bunker for 2 rounds of trivia. We're going to have 10 questions per round. Then we're going to have a bonus question worth multiple points. Then we're going to have a final question. So that is going to be a total of 24 questions, a little more if you count the bonuses multiples. So 24 chances to get some points. Very exciting indeed, unless we have a tiebreaker. Unless stated otherwise, questions are worth 2 points each. Sometimes there are bonus points, so keep an eye out for that. For the final question, you may wager all, some, or none of the points you earned during that round. For the second final question, that's the final question, you can wager any of the points that you, up to all the points that you currently have. So to clarify, the final question, the very last question of the evening, is cumulative. You can use all, some, or none of the points that you earned for the entire game, unless you lost them in the bonus round prior. So, if you wouldn't have guessed it, whatever team has the most points after the second final question, the grand finale, they'll be the winner. The grand finale. And they're going to get 35% of the buy-in, and second place is going to get 15% of the buy-in. We'll get you those numbers a little bit later on. So that's pretty exciting. The rest of the money is going to be going to Theater Nova, based in beautiful Ann Arbor. And of course, if you want to send a little extra love to Theater Nova, you can send it to the Venmo and PayPal that we linked earlier, that you paid through earlier, or you can send it directly to Theater Nova's website. We'd love it a little bit if you could send it to us first. I know there's a little delay there, but we want to see that so many people competed in this great thing, and we're all kind of one mind in that regards. It's the point of the fundraiser, to show that you're like doing a specific activity and like a specific organization, I guess. Anywho, you can use any form of method of communication amongst your team. Discord, Facebook Messenger, etc. Discord. Some people are sure maybe using Discord. I don't know. Skype, Zoom. These are all companies that are paying me to name them. You may use any of those methods. However, discussing questions outside of your team of 6 is forbidden. using your phone, internet, encyclopedia, or other method of research, that lovely Britannica Brown, you can't use those. It's against the rules. It's cheating. I can't enforce it, but you'll feel bad.
You should feel bad.
You will feel bad, because I'm going to remind you constantly that you're a cheater and a bad person morally. Let's move on. Round 1 categories are chemistry, video games, holidays, animals, 90s movies, actors, state nicknames, comic characters, musicians, and brand icons. So we're going to be asking questions all about these types of things in round 1. Again, that's chemistry, video games, holidays, animals, 90s movies, actors, state nicknames, comic characters, musicians, and brand icons. You don't need to memorize any of these or write them down. They're just kind of a hint of what's to come. Sometimes they give a little bit of hint of what type of, knowing the category can help you out, and also just helps you mentally prepare. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into trivia. Question 1. What element has the chemical symbol Na? Bonus. Name one element that starts with the last letter of this element's full name. Question 1. Which element has the chemical symbol Na? Bonus. Name one element that starts with the last letter of this element's full name. You got 2 minutes on the clock. Remember to send the main question and bonus question in just one message. Please don't send Maria 2 messages. It really throws her off. It's a request. It's okay if you do. We're not going to kick you out, but it just makes things easier for her. And how hard is it to just put a space? There are a lot of great elements out there, but we're just looking for one.
Well, 2.
We're looking for 2. You can answer the bonus question without getting the main question right or wrong. So there's no risk in getting the bonus question. Even if you don't know the answer, you can guess one of the other 100 or so elements out there and take that 1 in umpteenth chance of getting it. Again, there's no points docked for getting the bonus question wrong. And you can get the main question wrong but still get the bonus question. Oh. Thank you.
Why is this doing this?
30 seconds left on the clock. I can get my work computer if that doesn't work in a minute. Because you just need the drive, right? Okay. Oh, cool. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers into Maria. All right, and we're at time for that question. Hopefully everybody got all their answers in. Correct, the bonus. So we have, again, general questions being worth 2 points. This particular bonus is also worth 2 points for a total of 4 points. Which element has the chemical symbol Na? Bonus, name one element that starts with the last letter of this element's full name. That's sodium. Sodium is the main question answer, and we'll take any of those as the bonus answer. So if you sent us any of those as the bonus answers, you'll get that additional 2 points. It's magnesium, manganese, meitnerium, mendelevium, mercury, molybdenum, moscovium.
Ask if anybody knows this person. And this is Team of Twos.
I do know that person. That is my coworker.
Oh no.
That's sad. We found a team who wasn't paying, or who paid but wasn't playing. Sorry. Well, we're going to go ahead on over to question 2.
I'll catch them up.
Yeah. What is the name of the main protagonist in the Legend of Zelda video game series? Question 2. What is the name of the main protagonist in the Legend of Zelda video game series? You got 2 minutes on the clock. Chemistry Warrior Princess. Now that I'll watch. You'll find that I'll watch a lot of things. Do you want me to message her? Okay.
Tell her to check her Facebook messages. I think I'm Facebook message her. If not, she needs to message me. Like, I think I found her, but we had no mutual friends. So it's always tricky. A lot of Smarties today.
A lot of Smarties today. I think Maria's making fun of a phrase that I use. That's fine.
Oh,
It's
I don't know. I was
silly.
saying
Oh, no, she
that.
just likes it generally. That's great. All right, we got 45 seconds left on the clock. She sees them.
Very good.
All right. 15 seconds left on the clock. All right, we're at time. What is the name of the main protagonist in the Legend of Zelda video game series? That'd be Link. Link is our answer there. For those of you who are wondering why we put on such a question, well, you'd be surprised. Somebody got it wrong on Jeopardy a couple years ago. Very funny. Link picture
Does anyone
thing.
know
Oh,
Paula Rawad?
does anybody know Paula Rawad? If you know Paula Rawad, reach out because she is her team is.
I want her to play.
Yeah, she paid and wanted to play. You know, that's more competition for you, so I understand not wanting to reach out to her. But if you know her, if you're friends with her, just let her know. Why not? We want all our teams playing if they can. All right, moving on to question 2. On August 23rd, 1994, the United States Congress designated what day as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day? On August 23rd, 1994, the United States Congress designated what day as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day? You got 2 minutes on the clock. There are a lot of great days to remember, but we're just looking for one. Well, let me rephrase that. There are a lot of bad days to remember, but we're just looking for one.
Wow, we have a lot of Patreon. You can
Cassettle, woohoo, also a fan of song number 2 by Blur. You got 45 seconds left on the clock. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. We got a lot of Patriots in the chat today. Playing today, as Maria commented. Patriots, Smarties, wow. It's a full roster. Alrighty, and we are at time. On August 23rd, 1994, the United States Congress designated what day as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day? That's December 7th. December 7th is the particular day we were looking for. If you didn't say December 7th, you didn't get the points. It's as easy as that. Question 4. What island nation is home to the ring-tailed lemur? What island nation is home to the ring-tailed lemur? You got 2 seconds on the clock.
Trying to catch the people up, but it takes.
You got 1 minute left on the clock. I'm eating dinner. That's why you don't see me. All right, Thomas, we all make mistakes. Sorry. You got a little more than 2 seconds. Although now you only have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left to get that answer in.
I love when people are like that.
It's great. My kid, of course, please feel free to rib all you want. But please, direct your ribs at me. Do not rib Maria.
Do not rip me!
Do not give her a hard time. You got 15 seconds left on the clock.
If you rip me, I'm going to send you something rude today. I'm not going to be patient. I'm going to tell you to leave my fundraiser.
All right. We are at time for that particular question. If you didn't get it, don't worry. We got other questions coming. What island nation is home to the ring-tailed lemur? It's Madagascar. Here's a fun fact. Madagascar the movie named after Madagascar the place. I said that should be the trivia question, and Maria said no. That's stupid. But, so we worked it. We rejiggered it. Inside Sherman Klump, a party animal is about to break out. What was a tagline for what comedy released in 1996?
What?
What a horrible tagline for such a movie.
I thought you were making fun of my question.
No, I'm just thinking of this movie. Inside Sherman Klump, a party animal is about to break out was a tagline for what comedy released in 1996? Clearly it's a comedy because, wow, I'm laughing just thinking about it. Send those answers into Maria. Just your team lead. And it's not just the answers, too. If you have other questions for Maria, if you have comments, concerns, just have your team lead send it.
Nice.
Nice things. Oh, you will take nice things during the game?
Look.
No. It's difficult for her to balance the 17 chat bubbles she
When
has.
you say LOL, I hope I can see you soon. Tell me that tomorrow.
Chat as much as you want in the YouTube chat. I'm having fun with it. Zito's not.
Zito. Just kidding. I would never yell at him. Love him.
Okay. Sorry, you're going to see my parenting style today at some point.
Parenting style is
You got 45 seconds left on the clock. You can be upset, but you don't have to cry.
fine.
15 seconds left on the clock. All right, and we're at time for that particular question. Inside Sherman Klump, a party animal is about to break out, was a tagline for what comedy released in 1996? That is, of course, the unforgettable The Nutty Professor. Zito's getting frustrated just thinking about it. There's a very strong boy and a great gif. It practically summarizes the whole film. Question 6. It was recently announced that what actor would be starring in an upcoming Law & Order SVU spinoff, reprising his role as Detective Elliot Stabler. Bonus question. Who is the majority of the time played Stabler's partner on the original show? That's a +2 bonus question. Again, our question is, it was recently announced what actor would be starring in an upcoming Law & Order SVU spinoff, reprising his role as Detective Elliot Stabler. Bonus, who was the majority of the time played Stabler's partner of the original show? 2 seconds on the clock.
2 minutes.
2 minutes on the clock. Maria's got something to say.
Hello. I know you can't see me, but that's okay. When you send answers from this question forward, I'm only going to take the first answer you send me. So unfortunately, if you're like, hey, can I change my answer? From this question forward, unfortunately, the answer is going to be no. So really think about it before you press send, on your keyboard. So good luck.
Rockabye Baby, am I right? You've got 1 minute left on the clock. I'm going to be standing for a lot of this trivia, I think, because he knows when I'm sitting, he knows when I'm comfortable, and he despises it. He actively seeks to destroy my comfort, so he will only stop crying when I stand. Despite, there's really no difference for him. "15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in." Remember, you can send a bonus question even if you don't know the main question. Just let us know what's the bonus. All right. We're going to move on. If If I can find the right thing. Harder to do this standing up. It was recently announced that what actor would be starring in an upcoming Law and Order SVU spinoff, reprising his role as Detective Elliot Stabler. Bonus, who the majority of the time played Stabler's partner on the original show. That'd be Christopher Maloney, professional hunk. And our bonus is Mariska Hargitay. And Christopher Maloney, professional hunk. And Mariska Hargitay. Looking forward to seeing him back. I thought, wow, I haven't really watched SVU since he left, but I realized that was 10 years ago. So now they've almost had more SVU without him than they have had with him.
Maybe. They spread those seasons out now.
That's true. They're shorter seasons.
You get like one
Yeah,
a month.
that's true. That's true. We'll do the math
I
later.
love it. Though.
What U.S. state is nicknamed the Pine Tree State? Question 7. What U.S. state is nicknamed the Pine Tree State? If you also think Christopher Maloney is a professional hunk, put hunk, hashtag hunk in the chat, hashtag nunk if you don't think he's a hunk.
Hunk for heroes, nunk for heroes.
Any iteration of Christopher Maloney is fine. If you're talking Wet Hot American Summer, if you're talking Happy, if you're talking Law and Order SVU, hunk or nunk.
We're a hunk house over here.
Oh yeah, definite hunk house over here. That's right. He was on Scrubs briefly.
Hunk there.
Definite hunk there.
Ooh, Paula Rewald says he's a hunk. Paula says he's a hunk.
Paula says he's a hunk.
Yeah, Polana is team hunk.
Polana is team hunk. Definite hunk. Yeah, he's not so much a hunk and Happy.
Care hunk.
No. Christopher Maloney, overall a hunk. He has some non-hunk attributes in that particular show. I've not watched the second season. First one was fun, but it's a Christmas season. Can't always watch it year round. You can't watch a show that takes exclusively during Christmas right now.
Yeah, you can.
I know, you can.
Don't be a pooper.
You got 30 seconds left on the clock.
Party pooper.
Maria disagrees with my Christmas sentiment.
Don't be a party pooper. The fans don't like party poopers.
Okay, I'm being a party pooper. Is what she says, and apparently you guys don't like poopers. All right, we're at time. What U.S. state is nicknamed the Pine Tree State? That'd be Maine. If your mind went to the West Coast, you're wrong. But that's okay. Maine had pine trees long before the West Coast did. Or rather, a lot of people knew about Maine's pine trees before the West Coast were known of widely. People knew that the West Coast had pine tree, but, not the people who designed the state names. Supervillain Oswald Cobblepot is also known by what animal-themed name? Supervillain Oswald Cobblepot is also known by what animal-themed name? You got 2 minutes on the clock.
people know their supervillains.
One minute left on the clock.
Gosh.
30 seconds left on the clock.
You're gonna tell everyone that you're a loser. Oh, you think? Yeah.
When Marie and I play trivia with our trivia teams, and they have like a comic book category, I get stressed because I'm like the supposed to be like the comic book guy on the team. I'm supposed to know that area of popular culture, so I get stressed because what if it isn't something I know? Like that's my area of expertise, and I'll blow it. It only comes up every once in a while. It's not like having a sports guy on your trivia team. You got to have a sports guy because there's always a sports question. But every once in a while, there's the comic question's pretty rare. Supervillain Oswald Cobblepot is known by what animal-themed name? That's the penguin. I love that gif. How do we do on that question, Maria? Most? Most. Okay. All right. I just wanted to
Vast
know.
majority.
I wanted to know our audience. So not everybody, but vast majority. Okay.
Vast.
All right. Number 9. What British musician and producer reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with his song Uptown Funk, which features vocals from Bruno Mars? Bonus, what is the first word of the song?
What? That's fun.
That is fun. I didn't see the bonus when we were writing these.
Oh, I didn't put the answer.
What British musician and producer reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with his song Uptown Funk, which features vocals from Bruno Mars? Bonus, what is the first word of this song? You got 2 minutes. No problem.
It was just too fun. I couldn't help it.
It's a fun song for fun people.
Fun question for fun.
Fun question for fun people.
Yeah.
Danny, get your own YouTube handle. Stop using Nick's because it's very confusing. How many of the comments that I've read that say Nick Yoakum were really from Danny?
You picture it in your brain.
Right. I mean, his picture is right there. It's not just his name, it's also his picture. Okay, Danny. Even from the beginning of the chat, when it was posted as Nick, was it you? I just want to know. Earlier, the Nick Yoakum chat said you were drinking vodka, and I just want to know if it was both of you, just one of you, because it didn't say AKA Danny, but I don't know if you had that rule before you realized the confusion. It's a great change. They're both drinking vodka, so the question was moot.
Wow.
It didn't need to be asked. 15 seconds left on the clock. Send those answers to Maria. You should know this by now. All right, what British musician and producer reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 with his song Uptown Funk, which features vocals from Bruno Mars? Bonus question, what is the first word of the song? Mark Ronson. Mark Ronson. And the first word of the song, sing it along with me if you know it. This. What Minnesota-based dairy cooperative recently unveiled new packaging, removing a Native American woman that has long served as the company's brand icon? What Minnesota-based dairy cooperative recently unveiled new packaging, removing a Native American woman that has long served as the company's brand icon? Really think it over and send in your questions. You got 2 minutes. You don't have to rush if you're unsure.
Andy, how do you feel about this brand change?
It's upset between this Minnesota-based dairy company.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think it was the right call?
Sure. Was the person who was on it getting royalties?
Absolutely. I think it was a caricature.
Okay. I don't remember if it's a specific person or not. If it's not, and if it's just a racist caricature, I'm against it. I'm sorry. I'm having a difficult time remembering this packaging.
Oh.
I know it.
Well, I refused to show it.
Okay.
So
I'll have to look it up on my own.
yeah, I refused to show it because I didn't want to promote racism. Just Mark. I'll give him half.
If you put just Mark for that answer, Maria's being generous. She's going to give you half. Mark who? Wahlberg?
I assume you meant Wahlberg.
If you put Ronson, we'll give you a full point. But if you just put Mark, that's a half point. $30 left on the clock. That's 30 seconds to get those answers in. Come on, think of that Minnesota-based dairy company. Alrighty, we got our answers in and we're at time. I see no reason to not move on. What Minnesota-based dairy cooperative recently unveiled new packaging, removing a Native American woman that has long served as the company's brand icon? Most of you put Land O'Lakes. Land O'Lakes. The O is short for of. That's a trivia question if I ever heard it. If you let's move on to our bonus question. Here is our bonus game for this week. Each answer is worth 2 additional points, 2 extra points per correct answer. For each of the following U.S. states, name the most populous city that has ing in its name, based on the 2010 U.S. Census data. When multiple states are named, the most populous ing city has the same name as all those states, so don't bother. Has the same name in all those states, excuse me. For each of the following U.S. state or states, name the most populous city that has ing in its name Based on the 2010 U.S. Census data, when multiple states are listed, the most populous Ing city has the same name in both or multiples of those states. Please send your answer in one message, just one message to Maria, and send them in order. So take your time to write your answers down because we just want to see one message with your answers in order. City, what was it? City, space, or, enter, shift enter. So you go down a line. You know what I'm saying. Go ahead and think about this. The answer's on the screen. I don't have to say it anymore. You got 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes. Well, it's exciting to say.
This is a hard one, I thought.
It's a toughie. I don't know it offhand.
I was proud of myself.
Good. It's a great question. You should be proud.
Cookie time.
If you agree that the Native American caricature should have been taken off the Land of Lakes butter box, put hashtag Land of Thanks. If you think that they should have kept her on the butter box, put hashtag Land of Fakes.
No.
Fakes. If you think it's good that she's gone, put hashtag Land of Thanks in the chat. If you think it's bad she's gone, go ahead and put Land o' Fakes
Actually, I'm glad you're doing it. I need to know
in the chat.
I need to know where
Maria wants to root out people.
stand.
Hashtag Land of Thanks over here.
Hashtag what?
Land o' Thanks.
Oh, good. Who's that?
Both of us.
Oh, us.
Us.
Yeah.
3 and Zito too.
Yes.
I'm thinking about sitting down again.
I think it's safe.
It may anger the child. Amanda, Land o' Thanks. She thinks that Land O'Lakes should have removed the butter lady. I don't know. Does she have a title?
I don't know. The caricature.
Caricature.
That's what I'm naming her.
Sure. Her name is Caricature?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, they should have known. It was bad to have it then. 30 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers into Maria. Please. Lando Calrissian. All right, we're at time for that. We're going to add a little extra.
Give me a second. They can take a breather.
Oh, but do you have any answers? I'm not sure.
I don't have all the answers.
Okay. We're still waiting on a few answers. This is a big one.
Yes, I do. From people.
Oh, for this question.
Collected them.
Oh,
I'm
great.
filtering them in.
So right now we're going to tally up our scores. We're going to give you the answer to the bonus question, and then if we're still tallying, we're going to reveal the final question category. Our answers were Lexington, Arlington, Birmingham, and Springfield. Again, we were looking for Lexington, Arlington, Birmingham, and Springfield in that order. That was worth up to 8 points. It was worth up to 8 points for those states. Very exciting. We got a lot of smarties in the crowd. A lot of good guesses. A few people got all of them. Some of them got not all of them. You'll find out soon. So we're going to tally up our scores. For this, we're going to give you your scores in a couple minutes. We got to finish tallying. So think about how much you may want to wager. Our final question category is going to be box office hits. Again, box office hits is our final question category. So if you want to play it safe and hope that other people get it wrong, you can bet nothing. If you are bold and brave or bold and brass, you can go ahead and bet it all in without even knowing your score. And if you want to play smart, we're going to give you a score in just a second. Okay.
Oh, I can give the scores.
Oh, great. Maria's got the scores. She's going to read them.
All right, here's your scores. Zevin and let me scroll for a second. Hold on. Let me take my screen off 100, put it on 75% so I can see all my data. Here we are. Zevin and the Kits, 28 points. Fudge Whip, 34 points. Waiting for Fauci, 32 points. The Open Book Star Catchers, 28 points. Polana, 30 points. Let's Meet at the Theater, 24 points. The Barn Rats, 24 points. Theater Nova, 34 points. Team Hoosier Ganders, 30 points. Youps, 16 points. Quarantine Triple Date, 32 points. Kevin and the Zits, 32 points. Team Troglodytes, 32 points. Oh, man, that's a big tie for second there. The Powers That Be, 24 points. Those People, 24 points. Team of Twos, 4 points. TP Team, 32 points. Twisted Sisters, 30 points. And Mothra's Minions, 27 points. 27 points. So send me your wager. It would be super helpful for me, instead of saying all in, if you could tell me the exact number if you remember it. If not, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, but it would save me, like 4 seconds. If you don't know your points, message me, and I can give them to you. Okay? I'll go as fast as I can.
You've got another 2 minutes to get your wagers in. If you don't send us a wager, we're going to assume your wager is 0. So you got 2 more minutes to send your wagers in. Think about how confident you are about box office hits, and then let us know. If we don't get a response from your team leader within minute 45, that's going to count as a wager of 0. If you have a rival team that you're trying to take out, let us know. I want to know who's out for blood. I want to know where the bad blood is. I want to know where the friendly competition is. I want to know when the not so friendly competition is. All of them. Thomas, which one is your team again? I know you.
All of them.
All
Thomas is those people.
those people. That's right. That's right. Those were Bethany.
I'm getting to know like all of our regulars, and I just
I know it keeps slipping. Yeah, it's fun.
It's so fun.
It is fun. We're having a great time. You got a minute.
Oh, I have all the wagers.
Oh, great. We have all the wagers. Well, then let's move on. All right. So, our trivia question that is worth so many points if you decided that it was. Our category is box office hits. Our question: the record for highest grossing movie is calculated in two different ways. One way is calculated by total dollars, period. The other adjusts for inflation. Tell us who holds the records for each calculation. So to clarify, we're looking for two different answers. The record for highest grossing movie is calculated in two different ways. One way is calculated by total dollars, period. The other adjusts for inflation. Tell us who holds the records for each calculation.
No half points, all or nothing.
All or nothing. No half points.
No partial.
No partials. It's that's the point of the wager, I suppose. So again, just to clarify, we're looking for two answers. One of your answers is going to be the highest grossing movie. Your other answer is going to be the highest grossing movie adjusting for inflation. Woohoo! It's a Blur, song number 2. Maria's favorite song. Woohoo!
I do woohoo a lot.
Anytime anybody says woohoo, we just
Woohoo!
woohoo, woohoo. Even if it's not, literally anytime. I don't know. I talked all day, I guess. Woohoo!
Oh
know.
my God! Never mind. Don't do that.
Okay.
You see,
I had an ENT appointment scheduled before the whole COVID thing broke out. When we had
If anyone needs an ENT,
well, I had so much paternity leave. I was like, I'm going to schedule this appointment, and my ENT got canceled. The appointment got canceled because the office shut down during my appointment because it was non-essential work. I could probably make another appointment now. I probably will. If anybody comments that I'm spilling water on my baby, please do not comment on my parenting techniques. The water is good for him. It cleans him.
that's how they grow. You water them like a plant.
You water him like a plant. Yes, please specify. Again, you can just put it in order. Again, the order is highest grossing period, and then the second answer would have been adjusted for inflation. So if you just order one in that option, we're going to assume it. But if you want to clarify your order, you're more than welcome to. You do not have to say which it is.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Maria's clever.
I'm a smarty.
Even though she has a 0-point score in all the trivia games we played for this fundraiser, she's still a smarty, even though she doesn't have any points.
What? I wrote all the questions.
Yeah, you don't have any points. Anybody can
Should I change my career to trivia writer?
writing trivia. No, and I'll tell you why. A lot of these questions we write ourselves. Some of them we don't. I worry if you go into trivia writing, you're going to immediately get hit with plagiarism charges.
Damn it.
All right. We got a minute left on the clock, guys. A minute left on the clock. I'll explain the question again. So we're looking for two answers. Answer one is going to be what is now considered the highest grossing movie of all time by dollar. Question answer number two is going to be the highest grossing movie by dollar if you adjusted for inflation. So if you consider umpting XDX dollars adjusted for inflation, would they be more than this particular movie? Good question.
Tell them if they message me if they misunderstood before sending the answer.
If you misunderstood before you send in your answers, just message Maria. Just let her know. We'll give a little leniency here. We tried to phrase this question because it's a fun question. We did our best with phrasing.
Love this.
It's a great question. I love it. Because here's the thing. I like the final questions. I like the hard questions when you got to know two things.
Yeah.
It's fun. Or the questions was like, this, it gives you hope. The first sentence is like, oh, name this woods that was a forest. And you're like, oh, I know that woods. And then you follow it up with a second sentence. That's not this woods. And you're like, oh, shoot, I don't know the second place one. That kind of thing. That's fun. We don't have any woods and forest question other than that main question. We're done with that. If you think we are doing a really good job at phrasing our questions, go ahead and put in the chat hashtag trivia might. If you think we're doing a poor job and can phrase our questions overall better, go ahead and put hashtag trivia plight. Don't send it to Maria. Put it in the YouTube chat. She doesn't have time for hashtags. Great. Everybody's saying trivia might.
Wow.
Thomas said hunk.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stinker Bunnies put trivia might be awesome, implying that we may be awesome sometimes. We try. I'm kidding. I'm sure they...
Yalla quarantine.
Quarantine, come on. Yola, yola. We're just waiting on one team. I don't mean to call them out, but I just said who they were, so whoops.
It was my bad.
Maria was excited about it, so I got excited about it. Amanda, no. You knew what wager meant. We've all played a
You didn't know what wager?
trivia night or a Jeopardy, things like that. We're all familiar with wager. No. They knew. They just were. They didn't. They aren't confident in their answer. They're pulling the leg.
Okay.
All right.
I'm done.
We're gonna move on. So everybody, thank you so much for sending these answers in to this fun question. Thanks for your hashtags affirming that we're doing an okay job. The record for high blur number 2. The record for highest grossing movie is calculated in two different ways. One way is calculated by total dollars period. The other adjusts for inflation. Tell us who holds the records for each calculation. We were looking for Gone with the Wind and Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame is currently the highest grossing worldwide box office, but if you adjust for inflation, Gone with the Wind still has it beat. So that's fun. That's a fun trivia fact for fun people. If you didn't know it, now you know. Here's another fun fact about it. Both of these had multiple runs in the movie theaters. So Avengers Endgame, it has that current title, but it technically had two separate release dates. One with a little extra footage at the end of it. And then Gone with the Wind didn't add any extra footage, but it had many, many screenings. So if you're wondering, like, how on earth does Gone with the Wind have $5 billion in sales? It's because that they've released it 6, 7, 8, 10 times. They released it a lot over the years since its release, and they count it. Avatar is going to do the same thing next year, which is, please don't go see Avatar in the theaters. It's not a fun movie. It doesn't
Team of two.
need to get that. There's a lot of blood rivalry going on with the teams. I love it.
Holy shit.
Keep it on. TPT and Team of Twos are really gunning at each other. What? No, you're not seeing this?
Team of Twos hasn't sent me an answer.
Sorry, not Team of Twos. What's the couples one?
A quarantine triple.
Quarantine triple date. Excuse me. Quarantine triple date. Yeah, Avatar is definitely up there. I think overall with inflation, it's still like top 5, but you know they want to break Endgame's record, and you know if a good movie comes along, I'm not saying Endgame is the best movie of all time, but it's better than Avatar. Avatar is just it's very blah.
A lot of people thought Avatar.
A lot of people saw Avatar, but
No, they thought it was Avatar.
thought it was Avatar. I'm rambling. This we did have some ramble time built in because we wanted people to give a second to decompress, refill their drinks, maybe get some food. Maybe I should have said that's what I was doing this whole time, but I didn't.
Move on.
Hopefully you were thinking of it. So we're gonna move on now. That's enough time to rest. All right, going to round 2. Here are our categories: slogans, food mascots, art, acronyms, catchphrases, space, book locations, Bible, colors, angles. That's angles, right?
Angles.
Angles, not angels. Got it. Slogans, food mascots, art, acronyms, catchphrases, space, book locations, Bible, colors, and angles. Think of those as we move forward. Question 1 of round 2. What company has used the slogan, "It's everywhere you want to be"? Question 2. What company has used the slogan, "It's everywhere you want to be"?
Your inflection, because it doesn't match the commercial. Like,
Okay.
no, don't say it right.
No? All right. Oh, it may ring the right bell.
Yeah, maybe say it. Maybe say the answer.
I think of it as I'm doing the inflection when they do a joke of it on The Simpsons.
Oh. Okay.
He's everywhere you want to be, baby.
What episode is it? You know what? We're missing our Simpsons team.
Oh, we're missing Pin Pals. That's our Simpsons pals. You got a minute left on the clock. Get those answers in. What company has used the slogan, "It's everywhere you want to be"? If I give the right inflection, I feel like that may give too much
I
away.
know, it's just messing with
It's
me.
jarring. All right. You got sensitive ears, I understand. Aurally trained. 30 seconds left on the clock.
La, 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 la.
All right, moving on. What company has used the slogan, "It's everywhere you want to be"?
Hurry up, send them in.
Oh, Maria says we're still waiting on a few, so I really hope you send them in because I'm not going to ramp anymore. This is the end of me ramping now. Visa. Visa is the answer we were looking for. A lot of great debit cards out there. But we're just looking for one. Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe is the full name of what snack food mascot who goes by a completely different name? Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe is the full name of what snack food mascot who goes by a completely different name? Bonus, what 3 items does this character usually wear? You can answer the bonus question and you will still get bonus points even if you get the main question wrong. Although I have a feeling it's going to be difficult to get the bonus question without knowing this. Otherwise, you're just giving us 3 random objects.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It would be really weird if we got the main question wrong, but the bonus is perfect.
Wow.
If you're wondering what you're fighting for today, first prize is $34.
Woo!
Who? Second prize is $15. Wow, that's funny. I liked it. That was a good joke. Again, first prize is $34. So, have your fun now. Rack up those points. But, $34, nothing to throw away. Think about playing smart if you really want that money at the end. This is bonus is 2 points. $15 is our second prize. $15 is our second prize. First prize is $34. And so far, we've raised $70 for Theater Nova, which is great news. $70 going to Theater Nova so far. If you want to feel a little extra generous, if you're really having a great time, and you really appreciate the work that Theater Nova puts on, you can always send a little more to our Venmo or PayPal or their website. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to include my Venmo and PayPal in the comments. You can send it to me, and then I can send the donation in one large chunk, and put a little signature on it saying this is from your Trivia Pals. But I'm going to put my information in there in just a second. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. All right. And Maria's giving me a... Okay. And we have and Maria's clarifying, we have a little leeway with the bonus question. Up to her interpretation. All right. Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe is the full name of what snack food mascot who goes by a completely different name? Bonus, what 3 items does this character usually wear? Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut, R.I. Peanut. The bonus that we're looking for is top hat, cane, monocle. We'll also take gloves, shoes, spats, that sort of thing. R.I. Peanut.
He doesn't wear a tie, though.
No, he does not wear a tie. If you say a tie and you're insistent on a tie, send me a picture of him wearing a tie. R.I. Peanut. I can't believe he's dead. I miss him.
Like, he usually doesn't wear a tie. That's not his normal garb.
Sure, yeah. His trademark is not wearing a tie. If you want to hear me talk about Mr. Peanut, I think we have a recording of our PowerPoint presentation. The name of it. I need to say something where I ramble about Mr. Peanut for a long time. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do a virtual version soon. It's a fun show, and we'll try to. Our shows were canceled. Anywho, enough about me. Enough about my love for Mr. Peanut. In what city would you find Michelangelo's David? Question 3. In what city would you find Michelangelo's David? You got 2 minutes on the clock. He doesn't wear a cane. I understand. It's not a serious critique.
Who is this? What's their name? David. Who is it? David who? David. Oh, I see. So great, David. You've earned a really special prize. You can create your own trivia question for our game next week. However, your team will not be able to answer that question and will garner 0 points for that question. But please, now that you have to do this, you're obligated. Please just go ahead and have your team captain message me your trivia question and your answer, because I know that you would definitely do a better job than me.
Oh, David. Very generous. He's donated to some of our events in the past. He's made some additional donations. Great guy. If you get a chance to work with him, go for it. It's a real treat. But I will fully support everything that my wife previously said. Due to other obligations.
They can run the whole night if they want.
All right, David, you screen share you reading the questions, and I'll screen share that to my YouTube page, and that's how we'll get you to host. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. In what city would you find Michelangelo's David? If you like statues or nudity, you're going to love this one. You know this answer. You can also find it in my Animal Crossing village. That's right, I have it. Guess what it shows? A little pixelated dong. Alrighty, we're moving on to the answer.
That's fine. Actually, that's
Florence. It's in Florence, Italy is its main home. Yes, it travels sometimes, but you know what we mean. You know what we mean. It's Florence is its home. All right, moving on. What does the letter P stand in for the acronym OPEC? Question 4. What does the letter P stand for the acronym OPEC? Bonus. Tell us the acronym. Tell us the entire acronym. I won't say how many are in it, but you can probably guess from the context clues because it's clearly spelled out for you. Again, what does the letter P stand for in the acronym OPEC? Bonus, tell us the entire acronym. You got a little under 2 minutes to go. James Cool making a suggestion that Pat Luce should cosplay as Michelangelo's David. I want to see if he can get into a comm like that. Pat Luce, I hear you're starting an OnlyFans webpage.
I don't know what it sounds.
Oh, an OnlyFans is it's like Patreon but for nudity.
Why do you know that?
It's in current popular culture, I guess. They haven't talked about it on your pop culture podcasts?
No.
That's strange. Red, he's quite dastardly. I'm sorry that he stole your bells and didn't give you and gave you fake art.
How do they already have red?
We've had Red.
I only met him. He didn't give me any art.
Oh, he's out on the back of the island. You got to find him. He's a secret, hidden away.
Every day?
No, not every day. Just every once in a while.
Right. I go back there every day, but I guess I didn't see him.
Yeah, Pat Luce is going to cosplay as anything. He should be I think David's a good one. Maybe the Colossus of Rhodes. You got 30 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers into Maria. It's not hard. The trivia question may be hard, and coming up with the answer may be hard, but sending it to Maria, that's easy. You can all do that. I hope you can all do that. Most of you have been. One team hasn't. RIP, team of 2.
Yeah.
They answered 2 questions and left.
Back next week.
Oh, they said they'd come back next week. That's great. I think team of 2's at work.
They are.
Oh, they are? Okay. Well, I knew it. Team of 2 is a coworker of mine. Nice that she came and donated. Not really connected with this particular community, so it's great. Anywho, let's go ahead and move on to our answer for this question. What does the letter P stand for in the acronym OPEC? Tell us the entire acronym for bonus points. Petroleum. Petroleum is the answer we're looking for. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is the official acronym. Again, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Country is the official acronym. Petroleum is the answer we're looking for. Petroleum jelly will fix anything. Put it on your gums. Eat it. Whatever. It's all good. Suffer and Succotash is the catchphrase of what golden age of animation character? Bonus, does this character usually play opposite? Suffer and Succotash is the catchphrase of what golden age of animation character? Who does this character usually play opposite for bonus points? Good news. You got 2 minutes to think of those answers. Send it into Maria if you know them. Please only send one answer. I'm sorry, one message with both answers. And you don't get to guess again. We talked about that rule earlier. We'll add it to the main rules. Wow, James Cool really gunning for Pat Luce. The teams themselves, Quarantine and TPT, clearly out for blood. But wow, just this seemingly one-sided rivalry between James Cool and Pat Luce. We still get some feedback that I talk too much during the questions.
You know, we don't have a theater for next week, so maybe we're done. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. We might have a theater for next week. Maybe. They have not.
We haven't gotten confirmations. 45 seconds left on the clock. This chat thread can also serve as trading Nintendo friend codes and Animal Crossing Dodo Island codes. Please don't be hesitant to put your Animal Crossing Island codes. The number one game of quarantine. Maria and I have it too.
We have all the fruit and
We have all the fruit. We have all the fruit. You can't take our bamboo. We only have 3 bamboo trees. I'm going to redact Maria's offer, but you're welcome to take some of our fruit. We have all the fruit. All right, we're at time for that question. Number 5, Suffering Succotash is the catchphrase of what Golden Age animation character? Bonus, who usually does this character play opposite? That's Sylvester the Cat and Tweety Bird. Of course, we'll also take Tweety Pie.
Yep.
Those of you who are very sharp will remember that Tweety Pie was actually an answer some rounds ago. If you just said... Of course, if you just took Sylvester, you don't need Sylvester the Cat. We know who you're talking about. He's a major pop culture icon on the front of many people's T-shirts. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, orbits which planet? Question 6. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, orbits which planet? You got 2 minutes on the clock. You got 2 minutes to tell me all about Ganymede and what precious planet has it. And if you haven't already, think about sending a little extra love to Theater Nova, a really incredible theater based out in Ann Arbor. Hidden gem, if you would. Hidden gem because it's, in a very large city, in a very large downtown. A lot of people know about it. I mean, we know about it. That's why we're raising funds for it. Mission statement, or rather about us. We're passionate about new plays and playwrights and making theater accessible for everyone and making theater relevant to a modern audience. Yeah, we're passionate about a lot of things. Our unique micro-theater venue is a hidden gem tucked away in Ann Arbor's bustling town. We're committed to helping develop the best new work from around the country and at the same time serving as a resource for Michigan writers.
That's great. Local writers.
Yeah. It's a beautiful statement, an honorable cause, and it's an incredible theater. I've seen some really lovely work at Theater Nova. And you know what? I hope to be back a little later. Well, maybe not this year. I don't know. Whenever things are safe. I hope to be back whenever things are safe. I'm not going to assume I know when this hoopla is going to end.
I was really looking forward to
Arabic to English?
Arabic to English.
Arabic to English sounded really, really great.
I'm really bummed.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. We lost some good stuff this year, and I hope that you all get a chance to swing out to Theater Nova a little later when they reopen. All right, moving on to our answer. We'll talk more about Theater Nova a little later. Ganymede, the largest moon in our solar system, orbits which planet? That'd be Jupiter. Jupiter is the answer we're looking for. Of course, we've had Jupiter questions before. It's got so many moons, 50 plus of them, more than 50. I don't know what the current count is. They add them so often. That's because their telescopes keep getting better. But we were looking for Jupiter. Question 7: from which London train station does Harry Potter get the train to Hogwarts? Question 7: from which London train station does Harry Potter get the train to Hogwarts? We visited it, the real one and the fake one. It was nice.
That's true.
The fake one was a little nicer. It still had garbage and grime, but it was controlled garbage and grime. A lot of very orderly queues at the fake one too. We saw the fake one down in Orlando.
We won't tell you where we saw the real one yet.
Well, the question.
Beautifully worded question.
This beautifully worded question, and I think the question maybe narrows things down a little bit.
No. Someone might not know where Harry Potter is located. It's very...
But you name the city that the scene takes place in.
Did I?
Yes,
Oh, well.
that's fine.
People knew this.
The peer review on these trivia questions vary from week to week. Frankly, I don't think any of Maria's questions need peer review.
Thank you. David, or whatever.
David. Wow. Out for blood. Yes, it was. You've met David before. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Don't remember it.
wow. Harsh. Very harsh. I'm sorry. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. I wasn't sure if it was Galito or Galato. I know it's spelled Galito, but it could be Galato. I'm not doxing anybody. He put his name in the chat. I'm not doxing. "30 seconds on the clock." And we got some donations rolling in. It's real great. We got the donations rolling in. It's very exciting. We're going to tally those up a little later, of course. Hi, Zito.
How many extra rolling in?
How many extra rolling in?
Yeah.
I can't make an official guess right now. It's I have to do additions, subtractions.
No, like how many?
We just got 2 more donations rolling in.
Can we make it 5?
Can we make it 5? Wow, that's great hawking, Maria. I normally save my hawking to the end. Maria wants to get the hawking in now. We just got 2 donations in the past 2 minutes. Can we get 5 donations in 5 minutes? Can we get 5 donations in 5 minutes? You think about meeting that goal. Just an extra 3 donations in the next 3 minutes, because we would love to say we're at 5 for 5 for Theater Nova. From which London train does Harry Potter get the train to Hogwarts? That's King's Cross.
If we can get 5 in 5 minutes, I'll give everyone an extra point.
Wow, that's a bold statement. Marie says if we can get another 3 donations in 3 minutes, that's our 5 for 5 rule. If we can get 3 more donations in the next 3 minutes, everybody's going to get an extra point. Every team is going to get an extra point. Kind of lives with the philosophy if everybody's super, then no one is, but it's still a great motivation. It's more to wager, and those points can really come into play with a wager. So I got 3 minutes on the clock for the donation. And I'm going to read you this question. According to the Bible, what part of Adam's body was used to make Eve? According to the Bible, a little known book, maybe you've heard of it. What part of Adam's body was used to make Eve? Bonus, in what book of the Bible is this story found? She didn't capitalize the second Bible. Very sad.
Sorry.
12 years of Catholic school down the drain.
13.
13?
14, 15,
Oh, are you counting
15.
Dayton? I see.
And kindergarten.
In kindergarten? I guess. According to the Bible, what part of Adam's body was used to make Eve? Bonus, in what book of the Bible is this story found? You have 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Excuse me. You have 1 minute left to answer that question. You have 1 minute to send an extra donation. That's fun.
Nice. Love throwbacks.
And here's the thing. If you say, I want to donate the bare minimum so we can get those extra points, yeah, you can send in $1. And here's the thing. If you don't know how much you want to donate, just put in the dollar placeholder, then send us another $4 later or $20 later. You can donate more than once. It's fine. Theater Nova deserves your money. They're a beautiful nonprofit theater located in lovely downtown Ann Arbor. And they had to postpone or cancel, I don't know their official status, not 1 but 2 shows. Tragic, absolutely tragic, that we don't get to see that great art, or that great art is postponed. I do not know the official stance. I will look into that if I can. Anywho, our time's up. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the question, and then I'm going to read the answer. That's par for the course. According to the Bible, what part of Adam's body was used to make Eve? Bonus, in what book of the Bible is this story found? That's the rib. If you put the McRib, we'll take that. Everybody loves a throwback. Bonus question is Genesis. If you put 80s prog rock band Genesis, we'll also take that. Those are answers. We met our quota, so guess what? Everybody gets an extra point. Everybody gets an extra point. Isn't that great news? I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. We've raised over $100 for Theater Nova. I will tell you how much 100 that is a little later. In the CMYK model used in color printing, what color does the letter K usually represent? Question 9. In the CMYK model used in color printing, what color does the letter K represent? Think about printing. Think about color printing. Think about letters. These are things that you'll want to consider when you get this question in. You got 2 minutes on the clock. I got those numbers. We're at 175 for Theater Nova. I know that was a jump from over 100 to 175, but I had to do some math, and I also have it coming in from different avenues. You got PayPal, we got Venmo. A few people sent me on the Cash App. Don't like the Cash App, but
Don't love the cash.
giving the option. You know, I'm not going to poo-poo $5 for my moral standpoints. When it goes to somebody else, if it were just mine, maybe I'd put a pin in it. Anywho, we got $170 for Theater Nova. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. Let's keep that coming. You got a minute left to keep thinking about this answer. Okay. In the CMYK model used in color printing, what color does the letter K usually represent? That's black. Messenger's fine. The answer we're looking for is black. The other are cyan, magenta, and yellow. The K is black. If you've ever changed a printer cartridge in recent printers, like I know I have, you'd know that. Question 10. This is our last regular question of the game. I repeat things twice for I don't know why. That's what you're supposed to do, I guess. What do you call an angle of less than 90 degrees? Question 10. What do you call an angle of less than 90 degrees? Bonus. You have a right triangle. If side A is 8 inches and side B is 6 inches, how many inches is the hypotenuse? This is a math question. We're giving you +3 for that one.
Already a team that sent in the right answer.
Wow. Immediately we have some teams. I haven't even said how much time is left on the clock. It's 1:50.
Wow, we have some math whizzes.
Math whizzes as they do this
Oh my god.
the very simple formula under 10 seconds. This is what it takes to impress Maria with math.
Look, I was gonna do one with decimals, but I just felt like it was too hard.
She doesn't care for decimals.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know.
I'm more of a decibels guy. Turn that rock music up.
Wow, I should make people do math more often.
People love math.
What was the last question about?
Printer cartridges.
Fail. One team didn't even send anything.
Oh, tragic.
It's okay.
So you got a minute left on the clock. One of our teams has been having a great time. They've been playing with us since the beginning. They're very generous because they've been since day one.
Never missed a week.
Yeah, they haven't missed a week at all. They've been attended every week. They've donated some of their winnings. They've donated, of course, their cash just to play. When they win, they've normally donate a chunk of it. Very kind, very generous people. Team Troglodyte, super kind team. One of the members of Team Troglodyte has a bakery in the area, Mad Dwarf Bakery. They're having such a great time that they are going to be dropping off some loaves of bread.
No, shortbread.
Shortbread. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Well, it's different than regular.
You're right. It's not regular bread. I'm sorry. They're going to be dropping off some shortbread. I misread my message. They're going to be dropping off some shortbread at our house. That's right. They know where we live. But look up Mad Dwarf Bakery. Mad Dwarf Bakery on Facebook.com. I'm going to put a link to them in the chat in a little bit, but they're really great bakery. They're very kind. Maria and I don't take any money from this. All the money goes to the teams who won and directly to the theater. So it's nice that someone's dropping by a little treat. That really speaks volumes to everybody's generosity here. So that's enough of a ramping. We got our answers in. What do you call an angle of less than 90 degrees? Bonus, you have a right angle. If side A is 8 inches and side B is 6 inches, how many inches is the hypotenuse? Acute. We're looking for acute. The answer to our bonus question, the hypotenuse would be 10 inches.
Look, I gave it to people who didn't put inches, but label your numbers.
Yeah, you would get it wrong if you were in a high school math class. You have to label your numbers.
Kevin and the Zit should know that.
Yeah, Kevin and the Zits are a teammate of educators and math whizzes. They should have known to label their answers. We gave it you didn't have to put inches, but just saying, you should know that for the future. Maria used a Family Guy gif. Very surprising. She despises Family Guy. Personal note. She just searched acute. You just pulled up the first gif. That's fine. Name the actor appearing in these features. This is 2 extra points per correct answer. Name the actor appearing in these features. Dallas Buyers Club, Bernie, Killer Joe, True Detective. Brooklyn, Ladybird, Little Women. Number 3, Nightcrawlers, Mysterio, Prisoners. Number 4, 12 Years a Slave, Star Wars, Black Panther, Us, Jungle Book. So all these movies had a lot of actors, but there's one, you're looking for the common thread. There's the common actor who appeared in all 4 of the movies.
This is the character, whatever.
Number 3,
People a special hint.
number 3 has an extra hint in it.
Who cares?
Well, we should say what the title is, right?
Fine, Spider-Man.
Number 3 should be Nightcrawlers, Spider-Man Far From Home, Prisoners. Number 3 should be Nightcrawlers, Spider-Man Far From Home, Prisoners.
But that is the character he plays.
That is, yeah, it's a hint of sorts. Yeah, but it is consistency there. Anywho, you got 2.5 minutes on the clock. Send him in one message. Please send him in one message. It makes Maria's life so much easier. She works so hard in these questions. She did this week and last week. I've not chipped in at all lately.
That's okay.
I've been back to work, and I will tell you, my energy has definitely dropped. Although I do get to work from home, which is great. It's 2 hours left of my day to hang out with this precious baby. I'm going to give you a moment of silence to actually talk to your teams for once. This can be a toughie. It's a toughie question. It's a great equalizer question, though. It's going to help a lot of people catch up. It's going to help a lot of people catch down.
Wow, my boss just sent a letter. I'm not gonna be silent. I'm gonna share something fun. My boss just sent. Oh my god, I'm coughing in the mic.
COVID.
I don't have COVID. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and the superintendent of my school district, he sent an email with a letter, saying that he appreciates us, but you never know. And the first thing I saw is that he feels appreciation for us. Listen, he says he has a deeper respect and appreciation for teachers. Why? Because on the internet, he saw somewhat humorous memes, jokes, and photos. After seeing many somewhat humorous memes, jokes, and photos in social media, I feel that a large number of people have also come to have a deeper respect and appreciation for teachers. So thank you, memes, for sending out a deeper appreciation. It's not our hard work and slave labor and our servitude to the public. 3 minutes on the clock. No, I'm sorry. I have no idea what Andy's trying to tell me.
He's trying to tell you 30 seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. But it is those memes, jokes, and photos that are somewhat humorous that lead to us being appreciated. So just thought I'd just share. Anyway, I might be the only person that thinks this is funny. If you think this is funny, tell me in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think it's funny?
Hashtag schools clout for summer. If you think it's funny. Hashtag schools out, rules out if you don't think it's funny. All right. So a lot of you are having a great time with this bonus question. I know a lot of people love movie trivia, performing arts trivia, theater trivia. Those are fun questions for everybody. I always, you can't have a trivia game without a space question, a sports question, or an Oscar Gold or award question. This game, we don't have a sports question. Whoops, our bad. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Fun fact, we've raised $190 for Theater Nova. Who's going to break the $200 mark? Who's going to break the $200 mark? It's a great question. It could be you. It could be you who breaks the $200 mark. That raises us some funds for Theater Nova. Name the actor appearing in these features: Dallas Buyers Club, Bernie, Killer Joe, True Detective, Brooklyn, Ladybird, Little Woman, Nightcrawlers, Mysterio, Prisoners for question 3, 12 Years a Slave, Star Wars, Black Panther, Us, and Jungle Book for question 4. Who was the common thread between all those movies? We were looking for Matthew McConaughey, Saoirse Ronan, Saoirse Ronan. Sorry, it's the first time I've read that name in recent history. Saoirse Ronan, Jake Gyllenhaal, Lupita Nyong'o are our answers for this bonus question. A lot of you got a good chunk of those in. Not everybody got all 8, but the bonus questions are there as that equalizer. A little chance to catch up. If you're doing too well, a little chance to catch down. Great news. Great news. We broke 200. I won't say how much we broke 200 by. I will say that Sarah Hawkins Rusk was the breakie. So big round of applause for all of you who have donated. But special accolades go to Sarah Hawkins Rusk, who broke the $200 barrier.
Thanks, Hoosier Ganders.
Theater Nova, great actor and director. Just saying, if you're looking for someone, Sarah, very generous with her time, her money, also very generous with her artistic talent. She will sell it to you for a great price. I mean to say hire her. I hear that saying telling a woman is selling something is poor phrasing on my part. I'm saying she's there for hire for theater purposes. So we're going to tally up our final scores. We're going to give them to you in just a moment. The final question category is business. If you think you know a lot about business, go ahead and send us in a big wager it all, or just, do some calculations. If you don't think you know much about business, get a low score. Why throw it all away for nothing? 'Cause other people could get it wrong. One of our questions last week, almost everybody got wrong. So Maria's going to read our final scores.
Yeah, you never know. Our final question last week, every single person got wrong, and so the winners ended up being the people that wagered 0. How fun. All right, here we go. Here are your scores. Zevin and the Kits, 36. Fodgewhip, 108. Waiting for Fauci, 104. Open Book Star Catchers, 51. Polana, 92. Let's Meet at the Theater, 84. The Barn Rats, 54. Theater Nova, 80. Team Hoosier Ganders, 98. Youps, 24. Quarantine, 888, 102. Kevin and the Zits, 96. Team Troglodytes, 83. The Powers That Be, 74. Those People, 82. TP Team, 102. Twisted Sisters, 28. And Mothra's Minions, 63. Send me your wagers if you'd like to wager all. It would be helpful to me if you said the actual number of your score, but no big deal if you don't. If you did not hear your score, you'd like me to repeat it, just message me, and I will send it to you. All right. Send me those wagers.
Send Maria those wagers. Send me your donations. Re-put my Venmo and PayPal in the chat. There's some great chat going on in there. Raina, shout out to Raina. She's doing well from what I hear. She's recovering from surgery. It's great. Speedy recovery to Raina. We got people going all in. We got people going non-in. Some people are playing smart.
Maybe.
Some people are playing ignorant. I won't say who's who. I won't. I refuse. Again, I put my donation links in the chat. We'd love to raise a little more money for Theater Nova. Incredible place that puts on a lot of new work, features new playwrights, features new plays, bringing relevancy to a modern audience. A lot of their values are things that I think a lot of us think about. Just a beautiful 85-ish seat theater. Intimate experience that you're going to have a great time with. Maria and I personally bummed that we didn't have a chance to see Arabic to English. Unfortunately, Relativity also lost, another thing we were looking forward to. But you can support them by, of course, sending an additional donation my way or their way or the highway. You can also support them by seeing their shows when they do return. You can see their shows when they do return. It's going to be great. As far as I know, God Kind of Looks Like Tupac is still scheduled, from what I know, but things can change. That opens June 26th. June 26th is God Kind of Looks Like Tupac. If you don't have the opportunity to donate right now, support them by going if it's safe, if that show goes on, please support them by seeing that show by Emilio Rodriguez. They love to hire local folks.
Oh, and we wrote raise money.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Emilio Rodriguez just reached out to us a few weeks ago. We raised some money for Black and Brown Theater. All right. So we got all of our answers in. Or at the very least, we've hit a lot of time. Let's go ahead and jump into that question. Business. What company topped the first ever Fortune 500 company list in 1955? The company ranked number 13 in 2019 and was originally co-founded by William C. Durant in 1908.
A lot of hints.
There's a lot of hints in this one. A lot of hints. What company topped the first ever Fortune 500 company list in 1955? The company ranked number 13 in 2019 and was originally co-founded by William C. Durant in 1908. There's a lot of hints, but there's a lot to think about. There's a lot riding on this question. You got 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes on the clock. Shout out to Zito for being a good boy. He's been very calm. His eyes are open and he's real precious. He just likes me talking and likes being pushed up against my chest. 2 minutes left on the clock. Those answers are rolling in. Some people know it off the bat. Some people got to think on it. Well, that's fair. This could be a game where wagers definitely come into play. I know a lot of you are lost in intimate thought, so I'll refrain from totally shouting over you. Also, I'm doing some math. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. We're at 210 for Theater Nova. $210 raised for Theater Nova. Maria and I, we want to see that rounded to a more aesthetically pleasing number. We're going to throw in $15 ourselves. So that's $15 from Maria and I. We're going to round that to $225. We're currently at $225 for Theater Nova. Great. That's it's at least 10 tickets. It's at least 10 butts and seats for them. I think most of their tickets are like $20 to $25 from what I recall. Maybe it's like 22. I don't represent Theater Nova. Miri and I don't. We're just doing this out of the good of our hearts. You can't express us know everything about them. But as I recall, most of their ticket prices are in the low 20s, low to mid 20s. Anywho, we got $225 for Theater Nova. That's incredible. I know we can push that to $250 though. I know some of you are going to be extra generous. When you're done thinking of the question comes first. You came for trivia. Although I have good news, we did just get it to 250. We did just have a big jump. Got it to 250. Very good. Can we get it to 260? That's a great question. That's a question I'll ask after we get our final question in. Everybody get those final answers in. This is going to be a close game. I'm telling you, it's not a secret. This is a close game. I hope you were smart with your wager. Or if you went all in, I hope you were confident in your business. Or if you went all in, I hope you were just having, you're in it for the fun of the game.
Wow, this is really close.
This is so close. Numbers are being crunched. Donations are being sent in. Theater Nova has filled at least 10 seats for their shows that are unfortunately or for their productions and performances that unfortunately went unanswered due to this pandemic. What's the difference between an epidemic and a pandemic? Pandemic is all. Pandemic is world, like pan-global. Wow. Well, we got our answers in. No, we don't have all of our answers in.
No, give me a second.
Sorry, I misinterpreted. Everybody get your answers in. Get your answers in, and then we'll talk to you what they were, and then you can get your donations in, because I know we can break $250 for Theater Nova. We got... All right, great. We had 5 seconds left on the clock, and we got all the answers in. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask for another plea to send some money to Theater Nova's way. You can visit them on their website and donate that way. If you want your money to be part of the big old check that we're going to be sending to Theater Nova, look through the chat and look at the links that I posted there. I put my Venmo, I put my PayPal. I'm happy to post them again. We'd love to see a little bit more money for Theater Nova just because they're such a great company, newer company that's doing some really great work. And I hope that if you can't support them by donating tonight, although you already did by playing, which is already very generous of you. I know $5 is not nothing. If you can't donate additionally tonight, please make sure that you get a ticket for them when they reopen their when they reopen their theater, whether it's this June for God Kinda Looks Like Tupac or next season. So that's my current rambling. Don't worry, I will be rambling more during our post-game show, but I'm going to give the answer now because I know you can't stand waiting anymore. What company topped the first ever Fortune 500 company list in 1955? The company ranked number 13 in 2019 was originally co-founded by William C. Durant in 1908. That's General Motors. General Motors is the answer that we were looking for. Wow. Guess what? We had a lot of smarties on this. We gave a lot of clues, and frankly, we just have a lot of smart teams. And frankly, this is a very local answer. So I'm not surprised that so many of you got it. We definitely did shake a few people, but I'm very happy that we can crown some winners. Now, of course, only first and second place gets the prize money. I'm going to give you the top three. If you want to know your team's total score, message Maria or ask in the chat. Our team number 3, who gets nothing except the warm feeling of joy that they donated to a beautiful theater, is TP Team. TP Team.
Nice job, TP.
With 204 points, TP Team. Team number 2, who's taking home 15, count 'em, $15, tripling their investment. If we're talking stocks, that's incredible. Tripling their investments. They're taking home $15 is Waiting for Fauci. Waiting for Fauci with 208 points. 208 points. TP team, that's gotta sting. Down by 4.
Sorry, James.
Sorry, James. Sorry, Dan. Natalie. I don't remember else who's in it offhand. I know, but I just don't remember offhand. But you guys put in a great effort. TP team coming in third with 204. Waiting for Fauci coming in for 208. And who came in first place? Well, I think who really came in first place is Theater Nova. They got some great donations. Think about sending in more. Fudge Whip with 210 points. Fudge Whip. Fadge? I can't read my wife's handwriting. Fadge? I'm ruining their moment. Fudge
Whip.
Fudge Whip. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's correct, but I just want to put it out there that Quarantine Triple Date tied for third. So, TB team, if you want to beat them next time, step it up.
Fudge Whip. That's an O. I apologize. Congratulations. Big congratulations. Waiting for Fauci is donating their winnings. Very generous second place. Thank you so much, Waiting for Fauci. Classy move. TP team and Quarantine, great job on tying. I hope that I get to see some more blood next week.
They're enemies, right?
Yeah, I know they're rivals, and I think they need to step it up. Wow. Fudge Whip is also donating as well. Very generous to Fudge Whip. That is a very generous donation. Everybody, we've broken $300 for Theater Nova. $300 for Theater Nova. What is the recipe? Can we break 700? That's a big ask. I think we can, let me rephrase this. We've reached 300. Can we break 700? We reached 300. Can we break 300? Send in those donations. At this time, the trivia is technically over, but now we're in the post game, and there's a lot of post game content. We're going to be having interviews. We're going to be having fun facts. Maybe we're going to get a hint about next week's trivia. Maybe, and I hope this is true, we're going to break that 300 mark for Theater Nova. I know we can. Let's see some extra money roll in for Theater Nova. Marie and I have donated. We know that other people are matching. Powers that be, $50. Incredible. You know what that means? We're at $350. We're at $350, and that just happened in a second. Think about how much more money we can raise if I continue to have a post game for weeks. It'll be $1 million, but we're not going to post game forever. We're just going to have these generous people and generous teams send us in some additional donations. We're at $350 for Theater Nova. If you're not sending it via the email, either don't tell me. I'm sorry. If you're not sending it, if you are sending it to the website, please don't tell me. Or tell me and let me know you're donating it directly to the website, because we want to keep track, and I'm pretty much gonna load in our bank account, and if I see I'm $50 short, I'm gonna be very sad. That's the kind of post-game content we're talking about, my emotions. We're also talking about raising some additional money for Theater Nova. What's in it for you? A warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart. The guarantee that you're helping a beautiful stone in the community shine and put on some great works and work through this difficult time. I know it's difficult for you. I know this pandemic is difficult on all of us. It's also difficult for our theater community, and that's why we want to send a little extra love to Theater Nova. Danny, thank you for playing. I hope to see you next week. Danny, you're so kind and so generous.
Do they know anybody?
If you are connected to a theater and they haven't donated from us, if you're connected with a professional or theater or nonprofit theater that needs that was affected by COVID-19, have them reach out to us. We don't have a theater set yet. We got some theaters who are interested. We got some nibbles, but we don't have any confirmed theaters. Theaters that want to hold off for whatever reason. So we have an open slot. So if you know a theater that could use a little extra love, send them our way. Have them message us. We're happy to consider or have them host benefit from next week. Again, we're at 350 for Theater Nova. Due to your generosity and your kindness, thank you all so much for your kindness. And I know Theater Nova deserves it, and I know Theater Nova appreciates it. I know we had Theater Nova playing. Who is our rep for Theater Nova? Oh, Team Polana locking in that they're going to be playing next week. They had a great time. It was their first week. It was their first week, and they had a great time. That's awesome feedback. That is awesome feedback from that. Hold on.
Oh, show him off. Show his
That's what I'm
face.
trying to do, but I'm also trying to hold the microphone in my face for 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Post game. Everybody who has joined us for the post game in the past knows that they know to stay because there's a lot of great things that happen here. I'm going to stay until I have a number in my head. When the views get down to that number, I'm going to end the post game. You don't know what the number is. One reward for joining post game is Precious Baby Zito. Precious Baby Zito. We had a great game. It was a close game. It was a great game. It was a close game. I was at the edge of my seat, and I know you were too. You're sweating with anticipation and excitement. What do you think of these upsets? What do you think?
Are you going to say anything? You talk all day.
I mean,
Something.
these upsets were really something. I didn't see Fodge Whip coming in. Yeah? Oh, he says he locked in Fodge Whip from the start. Sonia, thank you so much for joining us. You have a great night. Hopefully we can see you next week. Dan, thank you for your generosity. Dan Ferrara, a very generous player, sent in some additional cash. He's thanking us for this week. And we thank you for your generosity. We thank you for joining us. Thank you all so much. We got a little spit up coming out of Precious Baby Zito. We are currently working with Precious Moments and getting a line of angels modeled after him. It is difficult work to do. Unfortunately, Baby Zito was disqualified from the Gerber baby competition. He was born one day too late. The Gerber baby competition denied us. They were very strict about the rules. Very strict about the rules. They will not take it. We're going to maximize the screen. Hold on. So you can see the whole thing. Very generous. Don't give me that feedback.
I'm not.
Thank you. I'm teasing. All right, everybody. Precious Baby Zito here for post commentary. Krista, thank you for joining us again. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for joining us again. If your theater has a passion and they have not benefited from our night yet, please reach out to us because we'd love to get another theater on. Precious Baby Zito, as you can see, he's so upset that we don't have a theater picked out yet. We have some possibilities, but we want to get something locked in for sure. Look at him go. Having a great time. You know what may be better than a passy? A bottle.
I'll grab it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my
Zito is furious about trivia. He's really upset by the upset. He He was betting on quarantine. He was betting on quarantine the whole night. He's very upset that Fudge Whip lost because that means he owes me $30. Fudge Whip, I'm sorry, Fudge Whip won. I apologize. He was upset that Fudge Whip won.
Except that this cord is in between his toes.
Maybe. He could be upset about a lot of things.
Loves food.
Loves food.
Do you want to hold the bottle or would you like me to hold the baby?
Take the baby. Thank you. Marie and I are going to swap hands.
Get ready, everyone. Because I took the bottle out.
All right. So if you're just joining us, you were way too late because we are in the official post game for Virtual Trivia Detroit. Go ahead and send that cash in. We're going to send it all to Theater Nova. Very generous. I wish I said what the last number was because I didn't write it down. I forgot what our current fundraising was. And I don't want to do the math again. Things load slow. If anybody remembers what I said earlier, let me know. Hold on, I can do math again. Give me a second. This is the post game. It's not as refined as the real game. I'm going to be honest with you. But it's a lot of fun. Here's the thing. I want everybody to take this challenge. Everybody who's still watching, take this challenge. Help me out here. What's 215 plus 125? Because that is how much money we have raised for Theater Nova. Diane Hill of Theater Nova. Sure, I will. Diane Hill, the producing artistic director of Theater Nova. So glad that you could join us. I'm sure you were gunning for Theater Nova to win, but I guess it doesn't matter that you guys didn't because the team still sent in that money. So generous. Very, very generous. It's nothing to scoff at. That's an extra $50. It's really incredible. I can't believe that we are getting such great amounts for Theater Nova. Well, I can believe it because you're all very generous and very kind. So I can believe it, but I'm still amazed that you are all so generous. We have people sending in additional donations. Carla Smith sent in some donations. Michael White, Roman Rewald, Adrian. She has a new last name. Herbst. Not new. It's new to me. Adrian Herbst sent an additional donation. Carla Smith sent in an additional donation. These are the kind of generous folks that we're talking about. Natalie LaCroix sent in a donation. And, she's been fighting hard for the trivia. She competed last week. She was on TP Team. She was out for blood. Harley Mia sent us additional donation. Thank you to Sarah Hawkins Rusk. Thank you to Thomas McKeas, Catherine Hawkins, Kira Hawkins, all very generous people. Dan Ferrara, Adam McNeil, Kez Settle. These are the generous people who are sending in additional donations. Very, very kind. Diana Hill did the math for me. I think I said do the math, but I never actually said what it was. 340. 340 is our current money that we've raised for Theater Nova off of you very generous folks. We're at 325. This is great news. We're at 345. We're at 345. Can we break 350? We only got 13 people left on, so I don't think so because I think everybody who's remaining, a couple of maybe bots. I know one of them is me. I know a lot of you have already donated, but we're at 345. Super generous, everybody. Thank you so much. I know Theater Nova really appreciates this. If anybody wants me to put out a pre-show topic, I'm wrapping up hawking extra donations. Diane Hill, I'm glad that you kind of helped lead your team here. Glad you kind of talked up the donation in the chat. That's great news. I'm glad that we get to send a little extra money your way. Diane Hill, thank you, producing artistic director, for chiming in and helping me out with that math. Theater Nova, again, if you can't donate today, think about getting some tickets to God Kinda Looks Like Tupac, starting on June 26th, ending July 19th. Again, God Kinda Looks Like Tupac, June 26th to July 19th. Think about getting in there. Lovely space, 85-seater, intimate. You're going to see every detail. And here's the thing. Every detail is going to be good. Not saying, oh, you're going to see every detail. So-and-so forgot to tie their shoes. It's because they meant to forget to tie their shoes. It's because it's quality entertainment. And that not tying the shoes, character choice. Character choice, incredible theater, very exciting. Diane, you are certainly welcome. I can't wait to go back to Theater Nova when you guys reopen and it is safe for us to do so. Still got some people left in the chat, which means I'm still going to ramble. We're in the post game. You're not going to get any more trivia questions except some rejects. You guys want some reject trivia questions? Now, of course, Maria's away. She's feeding the baby, so she can't see. So we're going to send you some really poor trivia questions. What is the fourth word in Shakespeare's play, Henry V? What is the fourth word of Shakespeare's play, Henry V? Go ahead and send your answer in the chat. This is a horrible question that will not be answered or asked in a real game of trivia. Precious Baby Zito is feeding, so I don't have as much incentive for you guys to stick around, other than I know that you're probably having a great time if you're still watching. I'm for hire. If you think I'm doing a great job, you can hire me for trivia. You can hire me for events. I can act pretty well. I got references. I got references who like me. I stage manage. Got references for that too. I do have a day job, unfortunate, but that prevents me from doing more trivia for more people. The stressful part about the trivia games isn't, here are the two stressful parts. When I'm launching the live stream, I get very antsy that our internet could go down or something may happen, because the first night of trivia, we were delayed by over an hour because WoW internet went down. So I get very anxious when I'm launching the stream, because it's not until then that I get to see your stream is excellent. You have a lag of 5 seconds. You have a lag of 7 seconds. The first night we had a lag of like a minute, and we started an hour late, and it was just very difficult, very stressful. But we've gotten so good since then. WoW has not had any issues with the stream. We had an issue with WoW earlier today. I was an hour late for work because WoW went out when I was sleeping. Wow, better than Comcast. Still not great. Xfinity now in America. Will we have a Comcast Xfinity question later on? Maybe. Henry V. What was the fourth word of Henry V? That's muse. Muse is the first line of Henry V. The fourth letter of the first line of Henry V. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend. That's the full line. I had to bring that back up. Again, that was a bad trivia question. We will not be answering that anytime soon. I'm sorry, asking that anytime soon. It's way too vague. It is a somewhat known line in certain communities. People who really like Henry V may have known that line. In the Doctor Who story, The Pirate Planet, the character Romana wears a pink top over a bodysuit. What color is the bodysuit? Again, this is really bad trivia. This is trivia that's too specific and not fun. I normally talk about Zito or show you Zito at this time. That's the fun of the post game, but he's gone. He's feeding. Pink is sitting on the couch. Pink does not want to leave the couch. I would show you Pink, but she's gone. She's not interested. Wow, I can't believe we've raised $345 for Theater Nova. How exciting. How exciting. I'm very excited. I'm sorry I'm not showing it. It's been a long day, and you just had 2.5 hours of me being very excited and very fun. Let me decompress a little bit, please. No? You want me to hype it back up? Okay, we haven't met the mark yet. I am staying in the post game until our concurrent viewers gets to a certain number. We're getting close to that number, but we're not quite there. Again, the post game. What did I think of the game overall? It was really good. There were no serious errors on our part. There were a couple grammatical errors, some on my end, some not. We had a lot of people nitpicking a few questions, David, but I know that was all in good jest. He's got to send us a question. I hope he plays next week. David's a great guy. Worked with him at the Michigan Science Center. I don't think I've ever been in any shows with him, but we've worked together on other things. But he's a great guy, a real charmer. A lot of you in this group kind of know each other, which is a lot of fun. I have fun with it. Maria says that we can, if you're not a nonprofit theater, Maria and I were talking about this. If you're not a nonprofit theater, if you're not an organization and you still want trivia, Maria and I are happy to sell you our services, or we'll even just sell you our old quizzes. We'll sell you our old quizzes if you want to put on a trivia and host it yourself. That money won't go to the theaters. That money will go to us. The only thing we've gotten out of this is shortbread. And again, common misconception, we can be bought. Maria, agree? Yeah, we can be bought. You can grease the wheels. You can send us shortbread. I'm really looking forward to that shortbread. It's going to be good. Oh, no, I never posted the link to that place. I'll post it on the page, as Maria chimed in. I don't know. This mic is pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough that you could hear her over there. Sometimes I do worry about, because we whisper things, and I worry that everybody's going to hear it. Ba-da-ba-bow. Some more horrible trivia. Which of these countries was not a signatory to the 1829 Treaty of Adrianople? Again, which country of these was not a signatory of the 1829 Treaty of Adrianople? The United States, Russia, Greece. Think about that. This is bad trivia. You can cheat on these if you want to. Please don't cheat on our real trivia questions. Wow, we're stuck at 8 people, and it's not going down. You guys are really interested in my post game. Either that or you left your browsers on. Is that possible? You stepped away? Maria's just watching directly on her laptop, so I'm going to close that. It's ruining my stats. If you're still watching, post in the chat. I just want to know who's watching. You don't have to talk with me. I don't know how old that last message was. It says Diane Hill says, "You're the best." Thank you, Anna Maria. I think we already responded to this one, but you're welcome. Thank you. We try to be the best. As our first lady says, do best. And we try. Be best. Excuse me. As our first lady says, be best. Great message from a horrible person. That's the kind of politics I will safely get behind. I don't think we're going to lose anybody over my hot take on Melania Trump. Everybody, we're in the post game, but not for long. The views are ticking down. Uh-oh, Marie says, dang it. Anything I can help with? Not at this time, she says. Not at this time. Since our last trivia night, we've had 7 additional views of our live stream. You're not going to get any hints. You're not going to get any hints. Wow, look at all these statistics. We had 730 views. And wow, my other views. We had 4 views for the tipping point one. You're not going to get any hints there. Those questions are done. My other video, Jay Sherman's Bottomless Bucket of Shrimp, unrelated to trivia, got 5 views in the past 2 days. That one is monetized, so I do get a few bucks. Diane, I didn't realize you were sticking around for so long. You got to, now I feel embarrassed. You have a great night. We are officially at the number that we were looking for my post games. We are ending the post game. Everybody, thank you so much for donating. Thank you so much for your generosity. We're going to be sending $345 to Theater Nova very soon. You guys have a great night, and thank you so much for your kindness, your patience. We really hope to see you once this all comes to an end. Not just the pandemic. Sorry, just the pandemic. Okay. Falling asleep here. Let's roll out. Great night. I've signed off several times now. I'm rambling. Have a great night. Goodbye. Love you all.